Electrocast.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
How about every summer we meet for a trip?
Vacation has officially begun on Netflix.
To best enjoy your trip, we suggest the following itinerary.
I say we just wing it.
Wing it.
See where the wind takes us.
From best-selling author Emily Henry
Are you guys like a thing? Oh, no, we're just friends. Platonic travel companions.
comes your next favorite rom-com.
Who wants to go skinny dipping? Alex does.
Vacation, Alex!
I love it when you get weird.
People We Meet on Vacation, now playing on Netflix. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13.
Oh, basketball in the summer. Got girls there, man. You got to get new
sneaks. But I need a new pair.
That was really hard to fade out. I got to admit.
Oh man, what a tune! That is the summertime.
Oh, dude, and I've introduced the girls to it. They love it, and every like it's like in May, and the girls are like, "Is it time?" And I'm like, "Nope,
no, it's not.
Yet. Not ready yet." And so the first hot day after June 1st, we roll down all the windows, and it's summertime.
50 years of music with 50-year-old white guys.
Fellas, glad that got on. Glad we caught that little bit of domestic.
I'm nervous.
Situation. Good morning, I guess I should say, to Ben and to Jeff. Ben, you're up and at work here on a Sunday.
I am, yes. It's sunny, 12:37 p.m. right here in Knoxville, Tennessee, redoing a syllabus. That's how we do it. You know, law professors work hard. To be clear. That's
what I heard. And Jeff, it's tea and toast for you this morning.
Tea and toast. It's a little. Sunday is the day when Uncle Jeff usually sleeps in. This is how much I love these guys and this podcast that I set an alarm on a Sunday.
Wow.
But I am a little bohemian in my sleep patterns. So the alarm went off and my body was like, well, that can't be right. So I'm here. I got coffee. I got some fancy toast, and we actually have a break in the deluge here. So I think my power is not in danger of going out. Although I have to get on the roof immediately after this because the leak has returned, which is
man.
Oh gosh, so sorry. Ben Barton, who was the basketball player? Was it Sleepy? Didn't he
Eric
go to Georgia?
Floyd?
Was it Derek Sleepy Floyd?
I think it's Eric Sleepy Floyd.
Eric Sleepy Floyd. That's Jeff Simons this morning. He's
no, for sure.
Go through the motions.
I'll just say, I'm glad it's an audio podcast because I look like I was just startled at 3:00 in the morning. So
I'm excited. I got iMovie working again to promote our podcast. Hey, welcome to 50 Years of Music with 50-year-old white guys on the Electrocast podcast network. You can check us out on Twitter and Instagram. Connect with us through Facebook. Do us a solid and leave us a review. That's how we can get more great fans like you.
I like it. And by the way, little known fact, if you gave a review a couple of years ago, you can just go back on and do it again.
It's true.
I'm serious. It resets. So just go back on and do it again.
Ben is totally right. Think about how much you've changed, how much the world has changed. Your insight is fresh as a daisy. So I totally agree with Ben. Get on there. Frankly, you might want to create 2 or 3 new usernames and review it 2 or 3 more times just to make sure you've exhausted your insights into the show.
I love it. Well, welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So excited to be here in Philly. It's going to be a great podcast today as we unpack Philadelphia's wonderful musical history. Before we get started in earnest, I was thinking, hear me out here. The boys in marketing were thinking about kind of a cross connection type of thing, synergy between. So what we do is we do Knoxville and we have Knoxville's mayor come on the podcast. And as she picks...
Whoops. Sorry about
that. Sleepy Eric Floyd.
The first of many missteps in our Philadelphia podcast.
And we have the mayor launch her re-election campaign on this medium. What do you think?
Too late.
She already had her launch party. Sorry.
Oh, golly.
You haven't contributed to the campaign. I've already donated, baby.
Oh, darn it. No, I was waiting until the big podcast launch. We'd be in national news. It'd be great. All right.
Poor India. We'll national campaign launched on idiot podcast. People questioning her judgment.
We'll do it for her third term because we'll still be going to Topeka or something like that.
For sure.
All right. Philadelphia, Jeff Simons jumping ahead of things.
I'm sorry.
With our
everyone.
arrival song. This is what I want to hear as I land in Philadelphia.
And I would like to point out I've never heard this song.
What?
In my life. Never heard it. Here we go.
There's a thunderstorm a brewing, and the day is turning gray. And there ain't much to say about the weather. Say the shower stall is leaking, and the ceiling's falling in, and I'm getting 20 bills to every letter. I'm trying to retreat into the country.
What version do you have going on
here? You muted yourself, John.
You muted yourself.
This is going to be a rough one. It's a good question. I don't. I got the same one popped up 4 times when I put it into Spotify. This is the
I've
version.
Never heard that song. Who's that? What is that?
It's Hall & Oates, but I have.
It's Daryl Hall and John Oates. They're very particular. It's Daryl Hall and John Oates. That's the name of the band.
Oh my God. What is it with you, Hall & Oates? Are you going to explain in this podcast what is it with you and that band? Ever since I met you, you have I feel like something traumatic happened with an abandoned luncheonette in the background. Like
that's good. You know, I like to think I've got a little blue-eyed soul as part of my thing. You know, I think I got a little Daryl Hall.
You definitely have it.
So
anyway, that's the only version that came up on Spotify. Is there a better, older, more horrifying version?
Hopefully to God there's a better version.
That was awful.
Honestly, I'm dubious that there is. Given
That's
the source material and the artist, but
essential Hall & Oates. That's where I pulled it from.
It is okay. Maybe it's my headphones. Maybe I got to get rid of these headphones. Ben, does Jeff sound funny to you?
No, but that song did.
All right, I think I just fixed my headphones. All right, here we go. Yeah, you got to pick Hall & Oates if you're arriving in Philadelphia.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. In case you were wondering, no, you don't. Off to a bad start. I'm not enjoying this trip so far. It's really bad.
Well, Philly does have some rough spots, Ben. As perhaps the two of you know, but we'll get to that in just a second. All right. I would like to know the population of Philadelphia. I will take the city or the metro area. Let's get closest to the pin.
You want to go first, Ben?
Yeah. Metro area, 3.8 million.
Higher or lower?
A little bit lower, and I'll say the general Philly surrounding area is about 5.5.
Okay,
no, that's what I said. Is metro area.
Yeah, metro area.
Oh, that's the whole area. Then I think the whole area is much bigger. I think the city itself is like 2 million, and the area is like 5.5.
Pretty good. The city is 1.6. The metro area 6.3.
Woo! All right.
Yeah. Now, we're gonna just check our geography and our knowledge of American cities here real quick. Jeff, you won that first round, so you get to go first in this round. We're gonna go back and forth naming America's largest cities. Go, Jeff.
And this is, I'm sorry, the
You're
area or the city?
This is just the city. What's the largest city in the United States?
New York City.
Ben for number 2.
Los Angeles.
Excellent. Jeff for number 3.
Chicago.
Chicago is number 3. Ben.
See, now you suck. This is so mean-spirited. You let Jeff go first? He's
Chicago's
so mean-spirited.
He earned.
And it's also
a layup at number 3.
Like, so for example, the metro area of Phoenix is the same as the city because the city is that entire gargantuan county.
Yep. Same with Jack.
Correct.
Right. Totally. So it's not Phoenix. It's Dallas or Houston, and I think it's Houston.
It is Houston. Excellent.
So
well, look at that. The lawyerly mind just kind of narrowing down all the facts. Jeff Simons, who's 5th?
I'm going to say Phoenix is 5th because of that weird.
Is Phoenix? Wow, you guys are amazing. I didn't know Phoenix was that big. All right, Ben.
But it's actually not that big. My metro area is like 11th or 12th. It's just that it's
spread
all
out.
Phoenix.
Yep.
All right, what do you got for 6th?
Well, I guess I'll go with Dallas.
Oh, it's Philly. We were doing so well. Philly is the 6th largest city in the United States. San Antonio 7, San Diego 8.
Yeah, but that's crazy because the Dallas metro area is like a lot bigger than the San Antonio metro area.
Dallas is 9.
Because Dallas and Fort Worth.
Right. It's just right. Yeah.
And 10, Jeff Simons, will go to your neck of the woods. San Jose.
Yeah, it's big.
I
Where's Atlanta on that list?
Yeah, not there.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And the metro area again of Atlanta is big, but the city itself is not so big. All right, fun time with geography on the podcast. Let's instead go to history of Philadelphia. Jeff, I'll let you go first. When did a white man find Philadelphia? And who was it?
Find his way into the Philly area?
Yes. And who was it?
It was William Penn.
Excellent. You might know him better from the Quaker Oates box.
Indeed. And the top of there used to be a law in Philadelphia that no building could be taller than William Penn, whose statue adorned the tallest building in Philadelphia.
Oh, I thought you meant him.
25 years ago, they were like, well, that was cute. And then now they have 8 buildings taller.
That's great. What year?
16 something. I don't know. It was a long time ago, though.
It was 1682. Ben, did you know that?
I was going to say 1678. So
that's good.
That would have been impressive. Okay. Well, we are moving on right now, as we should.
By the way, no need for the conditional there, Timmy. You didn't have to do that. Would have been impressive. That was impressive. Just go ahead and you can just do it. You don't have to.
That's pretty impressive, Ben Barton. All right, Ben Barton.
Okay.
What is the most famous TV show associated with Philadelphia?
Oh,
that is a good question.
The beginning of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
It is not.
I was going to say that might be true. The first 40 seconds of that show. Give us a hint. Drama, comedy.
It has music. Launched a lot of careers.
Soul Train.
American Bandstand.
Oh, yeah.
Begins in Philadelphia.
With Dick Clark?
Runs nationally from 1956 to 1989.
Isn't that amazing?
Never saw an episode.
It's pretty unwatchable. I mean, most bands just lip synced on it. So basically, it's like watching a band pretend to play a song while people danced in the front. It was very similar to Top of the Pops in England.
Okay. Are they lip syncing from 1956 on? Like from the get-go, they're lip syncing?
Yeah, I think so. Every once in a while, a singer would sing live against a backing track and do like a karaoke performance. But they never had the bands were never live.
And why was that?
Because it's a huge pain in the ass, right? Like you got to
play live music.
You got to get a whole mix. Remember that when American Bandstand starts, it's a 2-track mono mix out of the camera microphones. So having a live band perform, like all hell could totally break loose. So much easier to just play the record and have them like
pretend.
Yep.
And then they actually
there's some really funny ones where bands are so pissed off about it that they're refusing to actually touch the instruments. Like drummers are playing in the air near the drummer. They're doing this. So the beat is like, it's really, there's some really funny ones.
It's also inexplicable. Like to modern people, like if I show this to my daughters, they would be like, "What? I don't understand." And I'd be like, "It's a show where people dance."
Yeah,
and you watch them dance, and they'd be like, "But these people aren't good at dancing." And I'd be like, "Yes, that is true. If you want to see people who are good at dancing, you have to watch Soul Train."
Yeah,
this is just they're playing a record, and white people are dancing, not even very well.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It's like a 30-minute TikTok episode where you hear the whole song. That's pretty much what it is.
No, it is not. They're good at dancing on TikTok.
That's true. A lot of the TikTok.
And also it lasts 15 seconds, which makes a huge difference to lasting a half an hour.
Oh my God.
It's true.
So long. True. All right. Well, it is time for us to move on to the Philadelphia compilation. You know, we've gotten some feedback that our naming here on the 50 Years of Music with 50-Year-Old White Guys podcast isn't very sharp. Weird.
It's on point though. Nobody can accuse us of false advertising.
So here are some ideas that the fellows down in marketing came up with to brand this segment of our podcast with a little more gripping stuff. Ready? 50-year-old snippets.
That really, that sounds like a procedure, but that's okay.
All right, that's one choice. Hear me out on this one. Yo, DJ.
Oh, no. Hard no.
And the rather pedestrian Guess the Song.
Those are my three choices?
Listen, they need more pay down there.
How about Timmy's Cuts with a Z?
Oh, I had Timmy's Sadistic Selections.
Oh, that's good. The TSS. We can get like a devil's voice. Timmy's Sadistic Selections.
Speaking of sadistic,
and he is in the basement. He's got us down in the torture basement.
Great.
Speaking of sadistic selections, I have 15 for you. These are so easy, such layups that I feel there are really only 3 challenges in the whole list.
Oh my God.
So your goal is to get 13 out of 15. You got to get one of those challenges. Get your pens and pencils ready, everybody. Number your papers 1 through 15 as we go off on sadistic selections.
I like it. All right, here we go. Ready?
We're going hopping today. Where things are popping, a Philadelphia way. Jet black band, plenty of friends,
and all the Philly stations. Back in Philly, we be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody goes.
We are sailing to Philadelphia.
Well, they blew up a chicken man in Philly last night.
We went to the Philly Pizza Company and ordered some hot tea. Well, it's been hell back here in Philadelphia. Shop Philadelphia, Christ for Philadelphia. So even if I slack, I got enough leeway to put out the reason why the Mac Philadelphia freeway, and I'm back. And there ain't no shame. Big shots of Mo Cheeks and Moses Malone. Julius Erving called Philly his home. Bobby Jones, Daryl Dawkins, and Tony sinking threes. It's hot as hell in Philadelphia. Someone open up a window. I say vote yes, baby. I went from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia. Philadelphia rain is falling down. It's falling on the leaves on the ground. Oh, it's a strong old history that hangs a whispery time.
Well. On the 3 challenges, I got some stunned looks. By the way, I know
the first 9, I think, right out of the box. I'm 9 for 9, and then it gets ugly.
I know the recording for Sailing to Philadelphia is terrible, but it's
Yes,
not
it
as
is.
bad. It's not as bad as the song. So I figured I'm not going to fix it because that
so
song
funny. It came in like
that song is so bad. I think the garbled nature of my recording actually kind of pepped it up a little bit.
All right, so we get a second listen, and can we check answers along the way, Ben?
Yeah, we can check answers, and right now we'll go to our first advertisement. Yeah, little fade out by the producer. Huh? Look at me.
That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
Let's
So
go.
Did we go 9 for 9 on the first ones? Did we get all of those correct?
No, let's call them out for the listeners.
Okay.
There you go. Number one.
Barry Manilow.
Terrific. The theme song from American Bandstand. Great. Number 2, Ben Barton.
Elton John.
Elton John. More peas, please. Yes, all Elton John all the time. Number 3, Jeff.
Martha and the Vandellas.
That is correct. Number 4.
Love that one, by the
Ben.
way. That one's so good.
It's so great.
I think it's Boyz II Men. That's Jeff and my
It
consensus.
is, yes. Boys to Men, BBD, the East Coast family. Yep. Excellent.
Number 5 is Will Smith. Is it
No,
Will Smith?
hold the phone. Hold the phone. It's credited to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. That's going to be my song. And just note, they said DJ Jazzy Jeff listed first.
All right. For Summertime. Nice job.
I thought that was after he went solo. That's my bad. Sorry.
So I'm sorry, was that the 5th?
Yeah. Number
All right,
6. Well, 1, 2, 3. Number 6 is James Taylor, sounding garbled.
I need you. It is definitely James Taylor singing.
Oh, it's Mark Knopfler's song.
Excellent. Mark Knopfler's song brings in James Taylor. Questionable move. Ben Barton, number 7.
Springsteen. And I was happy to have this instead of Streets of Philadelphia. I thought you were going to give us that for sure.
Nicely
Although,
done.
again, you couldn't help us out with City of Brotherly Love, the Neil Young one.
No, because he's not on Spotify, so it would have been challenging.
Right.
Number 8, Jeff Simons.
Is the Dead Milkmen, Punk Rock Girl.
It is. I got Flannery to listen to that this week. She's like, that's a really cool song. I'm like,
it's so fun. Yeah,
that's a gateway drug, that song. She's going to have a mohawk in 3 weeks.
That's what she's like. She's like, no, what's the name of the band? I'm like, honey, they're called the Dead Milkmen. She's like,
I've seen the Dead Milkmen twice in concert. They were great.
I think you're anticipating a new segment that we're going to have on the podcast.
Oh, that's
all right. Number 8.
9.
Oh, sorry. Number 9
is Dr. Dog.
It is Dr. Dog with the song Alaska.
Yep.
No, number 10.
Now I'm stumped. I don't know what that indie rock song is at all.
This was one of the tragic offerings that you might not know. That was the Tragically Hip.
From Canada? Oh, I don't like that band. That song didn't sound terrible, though. I got to be honest. But I've tried to listen to the Tragically Hip because they're like they're the REM of Canada, and I just can't find songs I like on any other records.
All right, number 11.
Ben, help us out.
I think that's Jay-Z with Freeway.
It's with Jay-Z. Jay-Z's with someone. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, Jay-Z. Is doing well. Number
Next
12
one is G-Love and Special Sauce.
That is indeed. Jeff, tell the people about G-Love and Special Sauce.
By the way, you have not yet listened to the Artist in Residence interview that Tim and I did for Philadelphia. We interviewed one G-Love, and we had a ball. We had a rollicking, funny, smart, thoughtful, moving conversation about the hybridic nature of art, specifically in Philadelphia. Cannot recommend that interview enough. What a good guy.
Ben, have you given it a chance yet?
Sorry, no. I'm going to listen, though, I promise.
Ben, by the way, the right answer is yes. Great job, fellas. That's now on. Just say that. We will not push further.
All right.
Sure. Great job, fellas.
Ben Barton, what's next?
That's some weird musical. What the hell is that? Gilbert and Sullivan.
Can you think of any musical about Philadelphia?
That's a good critical thinking right there, Jeff Simons.
Because that's what we need to do. There's a musical definitely a musical from our childhood about like Philadelphia or the founding of America, and I cannot remember the name. Oh, so maybe
it's 1776.
Yes, yes, unbelievable. is 1776. If you're getting that, I'm giving you credit, even if you can't tell me the name of the singer. But it is William Daniels of St. Elsewhere fame singing lead on that one.
I think that would have taken us a while, Timmy. We might have been here a little bit before Jeff and I came up with that name.
I love that you got it.
That's the pull. By the way, that is the pull of the entire sadistic picks.
No way. You dragged me right there. You took a horse to water. I just dipped down and got it.
What's next?
I wouldn't have gotten the name of that musical to save my own children's lives. That was fantastic. Steve Miller is next, and then I don't know the last song. I can tell, but I don't know.
Yeah. So you guys won. You got 13 out of 15. Congratulations. You will know. You definitely know that voice because he had a really, really, really big hit. That was Steve Forbert.
Oh yeah, Jack Rabbit Slim. Couldn't pick Romeo's Delight for us. I guess he doesn't say.
Doesn't say Philadelphia. That's kind of part of the shtick.
Remember that song, Ben? That "Meet me in the middle of the night. Let me hear
you say everything's all right."
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He was like one of the
Romeo's
guys,
tune.
Yeah, it's one of the guys they signed in late 70s looking for the next Springsteen, and it didn't quite work out.
All right, real quick, the newest segment on 50 years of music with 50-year-old white guys is This Week in Punk, where we go to Jeff Simons and we throw the name of a punk band at him where he has no prep, and he tells us a little bit about them. Jeff Simons, the punk band this week is Pure Hell.
I don't know anything about Pure Hell. Never heard of them. So far, we're up to a great start.
It's a short segment. Well, what can you tell us about the Dead Milkmen? Because Philly did have a legit punk scene.
Yeah, and the Dead Milkmen were one of the folks that went national out of it. So the Dead Milkmen were they started as kind of a snotty joke band. The first record was called Eat Your Pay. No, the first record was like a monster eating it was the big first song that broke out was called Bitchin' Camaro, where it's like a fake like swingy jazz thing, and then it becomes like a super fast punk song. Bitchin' Camaro, I ran over my neighbor. It's pretty funny. And then the second record was called Eat Your Paisley, and the big hit was The Thing That Only Eats Hippies, which name checked a bunch of other punk band friends of theirs and made fun of them. And then the song you played, Punk Rock Girl, was the one that actually charted and is probably still paying for their mortgages. It's a hilarious song. It's singable and great.
And like 2 minutes long.
We got into my car.
And 2 minutes long, yeah. Boom.
We got into her car. Away we started rolling. I said, "How much you pay for this?" She said, "Nothing, man. It's stolen." Which is one of the great ones I've ever written. They were really good in concert. They opened for the Replacements at the Tower Theater the first time I saw them. Then I saw them at some shitty club, and but it was very tongue in cheek. Like there was never an expectation that the Dead Milkmen they weren't one of those punk bands who were like worried about Central America or worried about American politics. They were just a good old fashioned finger in the eye poke.
Yeah,
things in general, and they were refreshing in that way. They never tried to be anything else other than a whimsical diversion. But they were good
Fun stuff. Well, we're gonna go from This Week in Punk to the best-selling artist, the favorite son or daughter of Philadelphia. Could not believe this, but my research brings me to Philadelphia having a favorite daughter, Jeff Simons.
Which song? Just the number one.
Yeah, Just Give Me a Reason.
You already. I thought that was you saying. I thought you were just seriously like, just give me a reason. I thought you were like, okay,
challenging you.
I'm catching up. Here we go.
Right from the start, you were a thief. You stole my heart, and I, your willing victim. I let you see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty, and with every touch you fixed them. Now you've been talking in your sleep. Oh, things you never say to me. Oh, tell me that you've had enough of our love, our love.
How about that?
With an exclamation point instead of an I.
Oh, is that right?
I think so.
That's pretty cool.
Any fans of Pink on the podcast?
I wouldn't say
I don't despise her, but I don't like her.
I will say I'm moved by how much other people love her. When I see performance clips, like the audience is just completely spellbound, and she has a much better voice than I gave her credit for when she first, like, wasn't Get This Party Started the one that broke her out? Which just kind of
gonna get
like safe dance kind of one-hit wonder, and she has turned out to be way more talented than that. But it is not in my wheelhouse for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what she is.
I got a list of like 30 Philly artists that I actually truly love listed here, and she is not on that list. So
yeah, nor mine. But good on you, Pink. Keep it up. We appreciate your career. All right. Before we get to our Philadelphia songs or albums or places or concerts or whatever, we have to acknowledge that two of the co-hosts of this podcast went to college in the Philadelphia area. They went to Haverford College. And so I thought it was appropriate to test your shared knowledge of your alma mater. Rapid fire Haverford College questions. What year was it founded?
1810.
1833.
Hold on.
What is its current religious affiliation?
There is no official affiliation, but it's Quaker in its roots.
Oh, it is actually Orthodox Quaker in its root. I don't know what that means, but it's scary.
Yeah, that means they eat the oats every day.
What is the current endowment of Haverford College?
Several $100 million.
Good. $619 million.
I got enough. I'm just going to stop sending him my $20 a year. It's a lot of money.
Current undergrad population.
About 1,350.
Higher or lower, Ben?
That's right up. I mean, there's a bump year after COVID, so I think they're a little swollen.
1435 currently.
Wow, that's big for Haverford.
Big for them, yeah.
Do either of you have the motto memorized?
No.
Not more learned, but steeped in a higher learning.
No, that's perfect. Not the nerdiest, but still pretty nerdy. That should be
When did Haverford College go fully co-ed? Fully co-ed.
Well, 1980 is the year that it starts.
You're done. Yeah. When did the first black man graduate from Haverford College?
I'm afraid to know the answer to that question, but I'm going to guess it's a Quaker college. Maybe they got ahead of the curve.
That's what I think. I think it's in the 1800s somewhere.
Me too. The late 1800s.
1926. 1926.
That's
but
late
still,
for Haverford. That's late.
For Haverford, it's late.
That's tragically late.
Current president Wendy Raymond is also a professor at Haverford College. What is she a professor of?
Sociology?
Biology. She's into molecular genetics.
I'll shut up. You can answer.
No. I'm saying, why is it Tim giving me a shot?
Nope,
I guess
shot for you.
We're supposed to be working together.
So this blew my mind. Haverford has an honor code where you can just kind of schedule your own exam. Yeah, like Tuesday doesn't work for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take that on Friday.
In fact, most of them, Tim, you don't even have to schedule. The exams used to be like in a series of boxes in this one place called Stokes. And there were moments when you could go and grab them, like 3-hour windows. So you would walk over, grab your exam out of a box, go somewhere and take it for 3 hours and then return it. You could take it in the trunk of your car if you felt like that was
great. Now, do you guys remember as freshmen, was there some sort of ceremony that brought you into the honor code and this life of integrity at Haverford?
In fact, every our little RA group or customs group, as we called them, had somebody called an honor code orienteer, HCO, who was supposed to sit down and talk you through how to fulfill the expectations of the honor code. Mine closed his talk by then collecting money to buy us beer illegally. So there was a mixed message from IHCO. But it stuck. I mean, this is a true story. I took my astronomy final freshman year from 11 to 2 a.m. in my room. And I had been frantically studying up to it. And I got stumped on the last question. And I just knew that there was this one thing I was forgetting that was causing, and I completely pooched it and, closed the exam, sealed it in the envelope. And while I was cursing myself, I looked over and my textbook was open
to that spot
with the answer, and I had not even thought about. I wonder where my textbook is.
All
so
right.
it sunk deep and quickly because you really felt like everybody was doing it. So,
and I know you both lead lives of integrity now, so it's stuck.
I'm much more of a dirtbag now than I was at Haverford.
Okay. All right. Final Haverford question. Name two.
Wait, I want to hear Ben's take on that. Like,
Ben.
I was incurably honest academically at Haverford, and that's definitely stuck into my adult life. But I'm much more likely to be like, no, I didn't get that jury summons at 53 than I was at 20. So,
it was mostly essay exams, and so honestly, there wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't like there wasn't like a multiple choice exam or things where you could literally like it was a big deal to know what was going to be on the test. Like, so for example, for Western Civ, if someone was like, you're really going to need to study Charlemagne, I'm like, well, pretty much knew that one.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I spent 2 weeks on that dude. I'm going to be on top of it. Don't worry.
All right. Name two of the coolest, dopest, rockinest bands ever formed at Haverford College.
Well, there's Sea of Fuzz.
Right?
There are no dope rocking bands from Haverford. Sad to report.
Wait, Jeff, weren't you in a band there?
Yeah.
Yeah, my band was called Fiddle and the Wisdom Giving Plants.
But then we were in an all-star band where we backed up Jeff.
That's not true.
Jeff Simon's in The Explanation.
That's right.
Oh, look at this.
That one was actually pretty good.
Mostly Jeff Simon's in The Explanation. We were just called The Explanation.
No way. We were called Jeff Simon's The Explanation for sure.
That's terrible. That's embarrassing for everybody involved.
How is Sea of Fuzz not been taken by another band? That's a great
name. Isn't it
name.
The greatest? It's the greatest lost band name of all time. It's really excellent.
We got to bring it back on this podcast. All right. Thank you for playing along. Let's go to our 3 songs or albums or artists or what have you. Ben, can
I go first?
Yeah, you go first, Jeff.
I want to start by saying, first of all, so the my life partner / wife / Philadelphia resident still will not listen. I just asked her if she's going to listen to the Philly episode. She was like, I'm good. So I can just talk.
Oh my God. I'm going to write her a letter.
But she's from Philly itself. She's not from the Philly suburbs. She's not one of those people like, I'm from Philly. Oh, what neighborhood? Radnor. Like, she's from Germantown. So she's got, and I've been to visit, her family house a bunch of times. So my wife's whole side of the family is deeply steeped in Philadelphia history. And so I would just like to say that there are a bunch of different Philadelphias depending on where you grew up and when you grew up. And so there's so much music. Unlike some of the other cities we've done, there's just an embarrassment of options here. Like, Philly has produced, and both rock and soul music, right? Like the Gamble and Huff early 70s Philly soul is its own thing. Probably not equal to Motown overall, but like, though, when you hear that Elton John Philadelphia Freedom, he's just ripping off all the Gamble and Huff stuff, the strings, the big arrangements, right? But there are so many bands you could choose from that moment. And then, if one of us doesn't pick the Roots, then I'm at least going to say Questlove and the Roots here, because this guy's just kind of invented a way of understanding the intersection between rap and live music in the 90s that impacted everybody. And Questlove has turned himself into one of the preeminent rock historians of his age with his documentaries. The fact that they're on Fallon playing like that every night is just and I mean, there's so many, though. There's Teddy Pendergrass and Santi Gold and Boyz II Men and Patti LaBelle and Erykah Badu and Will Smith, who sounds like something like. But then you go to the rock side, and yeah, there's the Philly punk scene. There's G-Love, there's the Disco Biscuits, like they got into the jam thing a little bit. I've already spent 20 minutes barking at everyone about Dr. Dog, but coming out right now, Philly's having like a big moment right now. Hop Along is a really cool band. Sheer Mag is a cool band. The War on Drugs might be the American U2 of the moment. They're a Philly band. There's of course the Hooters, but Japanese Breakfast is from Philly. This is a city that has a lot. So
hold on. As long as you're in the modern rock area, Waxahachie. Most of the
all
the early Waxahachie records are Philly records, and Modern Baseball is actually my favorite of that. The unknown little indie Philly bands.
Cool. It's funny because I don't think of Philly sometimes gets such a bad rap, right? I mean, it's the in between city between DC and New York. And it's most famous, to quote Bill Burr, your most famous son is a fictional character, right? Like Rocky's not real, and it's the most famous thing about Philadelphia. And, Philly fans are the worst, throwing batteries at Santa Claus, right? But for me, the Philadelphia I always think of is actually not the Philadelphia, well, maybe it kind of is, of when we were at Haverford. I mean, you're not in Philadelphia at Haverford at all. But when you go into Philadelphia from Haverford, you're like, oh, this is different. But I think of like that gritty early to mid 70s is my Philly. And I'm just going to I'm not going to pick any of those artists. I'm going to pick an artist that people may not have heard of or may not remember, because that seems to be my value add in this thing. So I'm going all the way back to the early 1970s, and I'm going to pick an artist called Todd Rundgren. Todd Rundgren got his start in Philadelphia in a band called the Nads. Had a couple of like kind of top 40-ish hits. And then he turned himself into kind of this spacey, weirdo genius. Todd Rundgren's one of the first guys to just go into his own basement and make his records, play every instrument, do all the mastering, do all the mixing and production, and hand the record as is to the record company. And he has a string of hits in the 70s, even though he's making these bizarre double albums, things like Something Anything or A Wizard, A True Star. There's a double record called just Todd, where he's on like a brown cover and he's just kind of looking stoned back at you. And like some of the songs are 30 seconds long. Some of them are 8 minutes long. They're all over the place. In the middle of the 70s, one of his friends dared him that he couldn't recreate classic songs sounding exactly like the originals. So he put out a record called Faithful, which is half originals. And the other side is his 5 favorite songs expertly recreated from scratch by him, just to prove he could do it, like Strawberry Fields Forever, and I can't remember what all the other ones are, but it's like a mixtape of identical covers with Todd Rundgren singing. He's famous for being married to B.B. Buell and raising Liv Tyler as his own daughter, because he thought he was Liv Tyler's dad, but of course Liv Tyler's dad is actually Steven Tyler. And
what? Holy cow!
Then she grew up and started to look more and more like Steven. And then she had to tell her husband, Todd, and Todd, who was great credit, was like, I don't care. I mean, I've been raising her since she was an infant. She's my daughter as far as I'm concerned. But she left him, and then he made this terribly sad breakup record called The Hermit of Meek Hollow. I could pick a bunch of Todd Rundgren songs, and then he became like an unbelievable game-changing producer, right? Once his kind of moment as an artist started to fade in the early 80s, he made a song called Bang the Drum All Day and made like $1 million off that. And then he became a producer. He produced XTC Skylarking. He's produced a whole bunch of other, and he's still going. He's like still recording, still touring. He's a wonderful weirdo, and his records, his 1970 and 1976 records, just sound like Philadelphia in the 70s, like a little down at the heel, underfunded, super urban. And he's an early hybrid of rock and soul. Like Rundgren's unquestionably a rock and roll artist, but he's a rock and roll artist who's obviously spending most of his free time listening to soul music. There's a depth, and I'm going to go all the way back to his very first hit single from 1970. I could pick a whole bunch, but the first 10 seconds of this song makes me smile and giggle every time. So I'm going with We Gotta Get You a Woman for my Philly song.
Leroy boy, is that you? I thought your post-hanging days were through. Sunken eyes and full of sighs. Tell no lies. You get wise. I tell you now we're gonna pull you through. There's only one thing left that we can do. We gotta get you a woman. It's like nothing else can make you sure you're alive. We gotta get you a woman. We better get walking. We're wasting time talking now. Leroy boy, you're my friend.
I think that's so funny. Leroy boy, is that you? I thought your post-hanging days were through. It was like, this is one thing that we gotta do. We gotta get you a woman.
Oh, Leroy.
Poor sad Leroy, like, dude, like, just get it together, man. So yeah,
so
Todd
funny.
Rundgren's that just sounds like the Philadelphia of my imagination.
Right,
You know, it's
right.
like equal parts standing around a garbage can on fire singing and really old-fashioned like drum, bass, guitar sounds. And it's the kitchen sink, right? Like Rundgren's throwing every little studio trick he can at every song that he records. So that's my pick.
Nice pick. Nice pick. Ben, do you like Todd Rundgren?
Mixed on Todd Rundgren. This is one that Jeff has tried really hard. He's given to the old Jeff try on getting me to write Todd Rundgren. I like the hand claps, but
I do. Yeah, those are great.
So funny.
I remember, you'll love this, the gritty Philadelphia story. I just remembered a story because I grew up for first 5 years in New Jersey, and then I went back and visited, and I got taken to an Eagles game, which is super exciting. I'd never been to an Eagles game, and I'm part of this mixed crowd, all these dudes in Philly Eagles shirts. And they're talking about how great a Philadelphia Eagles game is. And Eagle, have you ever been to an Eagles game? I'm like, no, I've never seen the Eagles play. He goes, you've never been to Veterans Stadium? I'm like, well, kind of. I've been to Riverfront. He did not think that was funny. Just but like, it's the same exact stadium. It's a shitty oval with bad turf.
Yeah, but the Vet was still the stadium when Ben and I were in college.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to a couple Phillies games there, and it's brutal. Like that old artificial turf that's the wrong color and that just big circle. I remember we went to a Phillies Cubs game in like September when both teams were 40 games out, and we like 10 of us went, and we were on the Jumbotron 3 times because they had nobody else to put on the Jumbotron. They were like, drunk assholes in left field. Let's just put them on home.
That's awesome. Awesome. All right. Ben Barton, what are you going to bring to the table in Philadelphia?
Well, so first I want to sing the praises of Philadelphia, a town that I absolutely love. Grew up in New York, but going to college outside Philadelphia was a fantastic experience for me. And Jeff's completely right. Like Haverford's in the suburbs. There's no question about that at all. But it was close enough where I went in with regularity for sure, to the point where it would be hard to say. I mean, I definitely didn't get to know the whole town, but I got to know the parts of the town that a kid would go into and walk around, and then some other parts too. And just have a gigantic soft spot for it. So Jeff and I were there 87 to 91. So it wasn't quite the rocky 70s, but it was still a tough town for sure.
Yep. I mean, I've only ever been mugged once, and it was in Philly.
Jeff,
and it was my fault entirely, but it did happen. So
Jeff has had the great good fortune to go back. And basically my daughter now goes to Haverford College. And so we went back 2 years, I guess 5 years ago, we went back and toured colleges and stayed downtown Philly and walked around. And then I've been back at least, every 6 months or so. And I can tell you as a parent, it's super fun. I bring them downtown. I choose a cool place, take everybody out. And when they're under 21, I'm like, don't worry, like it's all going to be good. Super fun, super fun. It's so nice now. It is so nice now.
Right.
Like It's just jaw dropping. You can't imagine it. We stayed at a place the first time. We stayed at an Airbnb that was in between South Street and downtown. And Dolly was like, what was this like when you went to college here? And I was like, oh, I would never, ever have been on this block. This was like, no
scary.
way. Like I was a New Yorker, so I would drive down and park. I refused to pay for parking, so I'm like wandering around outside South Street. You get 2 blocks off South Street, you're like, hey now, like park here. I'm never seeing this car again.
Exactly. There's a reason. There's a reason these spots are readily available. Yep, no question. Yeah, no, my wife's parents moved into the center, moved into Germantown in 1973, and they have spent their entire adult lives intimately connected to Philly's progress and sometimes lack thereof. And when I come to visit, like we have the Philadelphia Pride Tour Day where they just drive us around and show us all.
That's great.
Stuff. Like, can you believe how beautiful this building is? Like, her dad will take us to a park. Like, look how beautiful this park is. You can just walk around. And I'm so happy for him that he has gutted it out. And the spaces that he was just determined to make nicer through community efforts are actually at the same time. It is the worst public school system in America. It is the most underfunded, just brutally abandoned public school city system in the United States. The Harrisburg state government has just liquidated Philadelphia school system, and it's a national tragedy and embarrassment.
Wow.
Anyway,
delicious food scene too. Really good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Totally. The whole cheesesteak thing is no longer the thing. Yeah,
although cheesesteaks are still great and super fun. So that I just wanted to sing that little paean to Philly, just like absolutely love that town. And like Jeff, this was a hard one. Like I went through the list and thought hard about it. And again, not to be mean to our good friends where we spent 6 weeks up in New England. But I mean, the list here versus the list from Boston.
Right.
Boston considers itself a peer to Philadelphia, and I've got some news. Hard no. Like the list of acts here is never ending. And I almost went with modern baseball. Because I think that's really emblematic of like this little percolating scene that's happening in Philly. But I couldn't do it because my all-time favorite song about Philly, our good friend, Willard Carroll Smith II, born September 25th, 1968 in West Philadelphia. His mom, Caroline's a school board administrator, and his dad, William Carroll Smith Sr., is a Air Force veteran and refrigeration repairman. And it's a mixed neighborhood. It's like on West Philly, far enough out where it's a working class neighborhood, mixed between African Americans and other races. In 1985, he's a junior in high school, and he goes to a house party 4 doors down from where he lives, where the DJ Jazzy Jeff, is there, but his hype man is not there. So Willard goes up to Jazzy Jeff and is like chatting him up. And Jeff's like, man, I have this guy, and he just jumps around behind me and is like, go, 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 hands up, hands up, hands up. But he's not here. And Will's like, I'm your guy. Like, I am your guy.
That is so great.
Sign me up.
So great.
And it was a total Wally Pipp thing. The hype guy eventually shows up, and DJ Jazzy Jeff's like, you're fired. This guy's hired. He's my guy. They are signed to a indie Philly label by a year later. He graduates high school and he's signed to Russell Simmons' label, and they re-put out the first album. And it's a really funny thing. Like, Will Smith has had a crazy, amazing career, really worth contemplating the various choices he made, all the success he's had, and various weird things that he's done. So one vein of rap music that is still kind of sort of percolating along, but is more or less dried up, is the funny rap. So Slick Rick is the progenitor. That's the OG, and DJ Jazzy Jeff owe a great debt to Slick Rick. But all of their first songs are joke songs. And then he gets onto the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and of course that's a joke thing. And there's this he's hilarious. First of all, I don't want to undersell how funny the joke songs are and how good they are. Like, just because they're joke songs doesn't mean they're bad. Like, he's fantastic. But there's this whole depth to him that is somehow lacking in these songs. Like, there's a slickness to it, there's a jokiness to it. And he's had to remove, I find him this way as an actor too. I feel like, he's a fantastic actor, and he's been in a bunch of really, really good movies, but you really rarely get into this deeper aspect of him, where he sort of channels back to his whole life. And that's why Summertime is by a mile my favorite song by the Fresh Prince. And it's my favorite Philly song. And I rarely recommend the video, but the video to this, does anyone else remember it?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
So there's two parts to the video. Part one of the video is the two of them are in a flatbed truck drinking and driving around Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's freaking fantastic. But then the second part, the much more likable part, is they set up in the park in their neighborhood where they grew up and have a big house party and film the whole thing. And it's freaking fantastic. Just like grandma and grandpa's in there dancing and little tiny African-American kids just fucking throwing down. And Will Smith doing really dumb looking, hilarious dances. It's so great.
One of my wife's, sorry, I just have to add, one of my favorite memories my wife shares with me is being like a 9-year-old girl and hearing a block party 2 blocks down, the Hansbury block party that she's obviously not allowed to attend at age 9. And she's got the window open, just listening to Kool and the Gang and people partying. Oh. One of these days I'm getting in on that. That video for me, I imagine, like, I pull back and imagine little Susie in her window, like, ooh, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It goes through all of it. You can see every single part of Philly. It's got the art museum and the Rocky statue, but it also has this unbelievably fun looking party that makes me super happy. I think first of all, we could play the whole song. The whole song's fantastic. My favorite verse and the most Philly verse is the second verse. The video actually starts in Fairmount Park at the Belmont Plateau, and that's name dropped. Back in Philly at the Plateau, that's where everybody parked. And just the description of summertime in Philly. Oh man, dude! And when they pop the water plug, just for old time's sakes, that was a Brooklyn thing too, man. Like they would pop it open and they get the can out, and you just be running through it as a little kid. So good. 124, please, Jeff.
Let's go.
Out and it's sort of a buzz, but back then I didn't really know what it was. But now I see what happened is the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot and girls are dressing less and checking out the fellas to tell them who's best. Riding around in your Jeep or your Benzos, or in your Nissan sitting on Lorenzo's. Back in Philly, we be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody go. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Honking at the honey in front of you with the light eyes. She turn around to see what you beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with a pen and pad, I compose this rhyme to hip you and to get you equipped for the summertime.
Oh, basketball in the summer got girls there, man. You got to get new
sneaks. But I need a new pair.
That was really hard to fade out, I got to admit.
Oh man, what a tune! That is the summertime.
Oh, dude, and I've introduced the girls to it. They love it, and every like it's like in May, and the girls are like, "Is it time?" And I'm like, "Nope,
no, it's not.
Not ready yet." The first hot day after June 1st, we roll down all the windows, and it's summertime.
Oh, that's great. She turned around to see what you beeping at. Great song. That was on my list. I was going to pick that, but then I also had Todd Rundgren. I mean, you guys, and maybe it's just kind of like I'm overwhelmed by Philadelphia and all the choices that are out there. Oh, this is a funny story. We're going to go with The Roots, and we're going to go with what is it? The Seed or Seed 2.0?
Seed. Yeah.
Seed? Because this was my volleyball song for the volleyball team to get us pumped up, play during warm-ups, and young Patrick Burke, a young teacher, comes over to me midway through the season. He's like, Have you listened to the lyrics? I'm like, what now? He's like, you might want to listen to the lyrics.
whole soul, cause hip hop is old. She don't want no rock and roll. She want platinum or ice and gold. She want a whole lot of sun to fold. If you were obstacles, you just drop your cold. Cause one monkey don't stop the show. Little Mary's bad. In these streets she done ran ever since when the heat began. I told a girl, look here, calm down, I'ma hold your hand to enable you to peep the plan, cause you was quick to learn. And we can make money to burn if you allow me to lay this game. I don't ask for much, but enough room to spread my wings. And the world finna know my name.
I don't ask for much these days, and I don't bitch and whine if I don't get my way. I only wanna fertilize another behind my lover's back. I sit and watch it the road standing where I'm at. Fertilize another behind my lover's back, and I'm keeping my secrets fine. I push my seed in her bush for life. It's gonna work because I'm pushing it right. If Mary drops my baby.
Yeah, I think that's the part that was objectionable.
I hadn't listened carefully to that song for a minute, and I was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
this is at the high school girls volleyball game."
Yeah.
That's a rough. That's a bad. That about as bad as Girl Watcher.
It didn't do that. Yeah, that'd be
Well, the
bad.
funny
as
thing
well.
is, I was going to say "How I Got Over." That's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh,
song.
God.
And the first thing you learn is not to give a fuck. I was like, well, that also would be.
That
But
would be
when I
trouble.
listened to this, I was like, that would be better actually.
Let's just take a minute and extol the true virtues of Questlove's drumming. Like Questlove is a tastemaker, unquestionably. He's funny. He's hip as hell. His book is terrific. His taste in music is absolutely impeccable. He's a polyglot. But more than anything, that guy can drum his ass off. Like his beat, his kick and snare is as formidable as John Bonham's. That guy can freaking play just about anything and plays. He's one of those guys who, like, when he's playing, he's like, I might die in 5 seconds, so I better play really, really well. That's just how he approaches music, and I just couldn't admire him enough. And I just wanted to take a minute because Questlove is cooler now, maybe, to people than he is a musician. And man, oh man, can that guy throw down? Just fantastic.
We got to
It's
get
also
him on the
crazy that,
podcast.
like, the live band behind the Rap Act. I mean, I think they're the biggest, most famous version of that, and they've completely hung in there. And it's funny because it's a retro sound, but it's actually retro of nothing because there are no other live bands behind Rap Act. Like,
Yeah, it's like it's immediately nostalgic of itself, which is really a pretty good trick to pull off. I thought you were picking the OJs. We have not mentioned the OJs. We better say OJs or people are going to give us endless grief.
Love Train.
Backstabbers is my OJ song.
Backstabbers is a great one too, man. Those guys
kills me.
Telling you, Philadelphia might have Boston. I might have them.
Might. That's actually big, Tim. I gotta say, Timmy, you're gonna get angry Situate mail from that.
As long as no one brings up the Philadelphia special, I'm okay. All right, gentlemen, you have a great day.
That was a fun one,
fellas.
That was good.
Absolutely.
That was good. We'll
great.
figure out where we're going next later.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
You will.
Hey guys, it's Miriam Love here, and I want to share something very special with you. Check out my new release, All In, the Spanish remixes, out now on Electric House Records. And always remember, be love, share love, all love.
Available now wherever you listen to music.
Welcome to the Candle Power Hour. Come with us backstage behind the scenes of show business spanning over 4 decades and bringing you the experiences that can only be told by the people who were there.
Our guests are from the A-list, the F-list, and everyone in between. Get set for some of the most insane, hilarious, and inspiring stories you will ever hear.
I'm Mercury.
And I'm Diego,
your host for the Candle Power Hour.
Electric acid.